Here we are, Bucks, oldest team in the NBA for the most part, taking on, well, one of the youngest teams in OKC for the NBA Cup championship. My goodness. Let's see. The old guys won last year. Did the old guys win again this year here, Ski?
I didn't know that. I guess, or maybe I just didn't think about it. The Bucks are the oldest, if not one of the oldest teams. But I want to start this by talking about props first. Um, First off, I went to the last game between the Thunder and the Rockets, and somebody who's made me a lot of money is Isaiah Hardenstein. I've been betting his rebounds and assists, betting him a lot of different ways. But in that last game, it was a lot different than what we've seen. Like when he first got into the lineup, everybody was trying to, help him or let him get the rebounds so he can keep his streak alive. Now it's like almost the opposite. He's just boxing guys out, letting the guards come in and grab the rebounds. And today we have his rebound prop at 11.5. So just want to make everybody aware of how he's been playing. I would probably lean more towards the under today than the over. And next up, I want to talk about three more players and how I see this game going. For one, the Thunder in that Rockets game, they put Dort on Van Fleet to shut him down, and Isaiah Hardenstein plays solid defense versus Şengün. They made the Rockets shoot a lot of threes to try to beat them that way. I can see a similar game plan in this one today. I think that you'll get Dort on Dame, and I've seen Dame plenty of times versus bigger defenders. He doesn't have a whole lot of success, especially a great defender like Dort. So I'm thinking Dame under his point prop tonight. And on the flip side, Giannis, he's the one person who OKC can't really match up with. I think this is a game where Giannis gets his. They try to shut everybody else down, and I would look towards Giannis point prop over if I'm looking at anything for the Bucks. And last but not least, SGA. This is probably the biggest lean of them all, or not my most confident one out of the three, but he's gonna shoot 20 plus shots. He's gonna get to the free throw line like 10 times, and the Bucks do not have good perimeter defense. So I think he's worth the look towards his point prop over. When I look at the game outside of props, I'll look at the total first. And like I mentioned, I don't think they have anybody who's going to stop Giannis. So I think he'll be able to score pretty much at will. And if the Thunder, if they're going against Milwaukee's soft perimeter defense, I think they'll be able to score at will too. So far, we've seen 3 tournament games at neutral sites. The favorite covered all of them and went under. But none of those games, the teams played in the same environment twice. This will be both of these teams' second time playing in the Las Vegas arena. So I think they'll shoot it better tonight. I think 215.5 might be a little bit too low. I also think it's interesting that the first half is shaded towards the over at 110. So maybe it starts off faster pace, maybe tightens up towards the end when they, play a little bit of more defense at the end, trying to get that money. But I'm leaning towards over if I'm betting the total in this game. And from a side perspective, I can't. It's very hard for me to trust the Bucks just because I don't have a whole lot of trust in their defense. OKC is the more complete team. You can make an argument who you think has the best player in this game, but OKC will be the better defense, and they're just as good on offense. So I'll lean with OKC for the side as well.
So you like it because we know the history, Ski, at the NBA Cup. It's been all unders, I believe, right? 5-0 to the under, which makes sense. But to your point, we got a couple of teams here that are having a second go at the sight lines and everything else along those lines. OKC, are they going to want to speed the tempo up here? Because I'm pretty sure Milwaukee doesn't want to start running with OKC, right?
I think that OKC will pick up the tempo. The Bucks they're not a good, not a good fast break defense. So I think every chance that OKC gets, they'll get out and run, even off the misses, etc. So I think it should be an up tempo game. Do the Bucks want to play up tempo? I think the Bucks are. Honestly, I think they could prefer up tempo rather than playing in a half court. So game where both teams will run.
And so we're looking at Giannis for the points for Milwaukee. SGA, he's going to be the guy getting there. Who's the X factor in this game? Is it Williams? Is it Lillard? Like, who is the other guy that's got to show up here tonight skiing this one?
X factor. I'll say For Milwaukee, I think I think it has to be a collective of the other guys. I don't think it's one guy. I think it'll be guys like Fez on the 3-point line. He'll have to hit his shots. Taurean Prince, when he gets his looks, if the paint collapses, these guys have to hit their threes. So it's all of the other guys for Milwaukee. For OKC, maybe Jalen Williams. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
Edge will be able to get hit. I think Williams will have a tough defensive assignment, and we'll see if he can contribute on the offensive end as well. I really just looking at those four guys: iHeart, SGA, Dame, Giannis. Those are the only guys I would really play on.
Let me ask you, Ski, moving forward. I mean, I'm trying to watch OKC and go, wow, so they still don't have Chet Holmgren. So, I mean, what's the ceiling for this team? They're clearly the favorite, the odds favorite in the futures market to come out of the West. Dallas is right behind them. But is this the year this team can really take that next step?
They absolutely can. I mean, last year the knock on OKC was they're young, they don't have the experience. I mean, they finished number one in the West for the regular season, but that was the knock. They have that experience now. Yes, they're still young, but they know what they're striving for, what they have. They know they have the experience. That's what I'm gonna say. So I think they got better than last year, adding Caruso, adding guys like Hardenstein, and if they already made it to the semifinals, they absolutely go even further. Dallas is tough. Dallas is very tough. It'll be another challenge, but the way that OKC looked in that last game versus Dallas, they might be up for it. So I think OKC can absolutely make it to the NBA Finals.
I would not shock me at all. Ski, we had mentioned, my man, you are absolutely crushing it, and the ability for folks to hop on board with you right now and hop on board with your NBA, and of course get the opportunity to hop on board with the college basketball as well. Today is the last day to take advantage of that promotion with you, man. Just tell the folks. I mean, it's been a hell of a run for you, man. You've been crushing it.
Yeah, things have been going well. I'll just kind of go down the list a little bit here. If you want to look at all sports in general, I've won 21 of my last 28. College basketball specifically, I've won 9 of my last 11. Even, I mean, you can look at NFL and college combined. I've won 11 of my last 13. And in the NBA, hitting about a little bit above 65% on my last 55 plays. So things are looking up right now. I'm heating up, and we're going to do our best to keep it going here. So if you want to be involved, check me out at wager.com.
Take advantage of that deal right now here, guys. I mean, no better way. The guy's been absolutely crushing it. He does it each and every year. Hop on board for his NBA. Get his college basketball for just $1. That deal expires tonight, guys, so make sure you take advantage of it. Ski,